The world is on fire. Isn't that why you clicked on this video? Isn't that what you want to hear? The world is on fire. We're all gonna die. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put a Rickroll in this video when you clicked on it, for the people that are just looking for the world is on fire type crap, or if I wanted to explain what my thought process on this was. And it has to do with distractions in your life. And it could be prepping wise, or it could be, financial wise, whatever. Everything in your life, a distraction. Everybody has it. The shiny squirrel syndrome, the ADHD, you go to clean your room and 2 minutes later you're looking through old pictures kind of thing. We've all done it. We all do it. But right now, in this point in time, you clicking on videos that say the world is on fire, or it has a cool thumbnail or a crazy headline, it is the same thing that marketers do when they try to sell you something. When you go to the store and it's got big fancy letters on it and they're all pretty, and sparkly, and they catch your attention, that is the purpose of that. Videos that say things like that are the same people trying to sell you garbage in the store that don't better your life, that distract you from things that are important. Financially wise, distractions are going out to eat all the time and going to the bar and buying dumb things that doesn't help you in life any. Those are distractions. Being on Facebook all the time, and TikTok and X and all these other platforms, even YouTube, and clicking on videos and scrolling video after video of, you can get sucked. I've done it plenty of times, man. It's 9 o'clock at night and you're looking through shorts, scrolling, and the next thing you know, it's 11:30, almost midnight. Where did my night go? These dopamine hits that we get over and over and over and over again, scrolling, or just like looking on Amazon for dumb stuff, or Temu. All these distractions are there for a purpose, man. All these distractions are there to set you back in life. Whether it's a video or buying something, or it's even somebody wanting you to go do something with them. And I'm not saying all the time don't do it. It's good to take your family out to go to dinner one time, every once in a while, or the movies, or go out to the park, or whatever. But that's different. That's family time. That's valuable time that your relationships, having a friend go out to eat or whatever, that's relationship bonding. I'm talking about the things that don't produce anything in your life, like the title of this video. What were you expecting? The world to be on fire. You already know that the world is on fire. So stop wasting your time clicking on videos that say that, and click on other videos like, I don't know, how to build a loom and how to make my own blanket, or there's a dude that makes crap out of clay and sticks and stuff, like bushcraft stuff. I can't remember the name of it. Or, farming videos, how to make butter, and actually apply those to your life. Go out and get some cow milk, find a farmer, get some raw cow milk or goat's milk, and make it into butter and see how long it takes, and experiment on how to do it, and experiment on making bread and learn how to do it. You need to practice things in your life and stop procrastinating, and you need to stop being distracted. It is so hard to walk a straight line, because every time you do, you get 5 steps and you turn your head and you see something and it looks interesting, and then you go down a rabbit hole, and then 10 hours later you're stuck in La La Land looking at these crazy conspiracies about life. And does it really matter? Do these things really, really matter to you? They might be interesting, they might be hobbies, sure. I like watching videos about space and wormholes and things like that, and the idea of different universes. Like, it's interesting to me, but I try not to, in a way. Let me rephrase that. I try not to let it consume me to where I get sucked into it. I limit myself a little bit here and there. The majority of the stuff I'm looking at is on YouTube, and it's on how to do stuff. And then I go out and apply it. And I try not to get distracted by life. I don't really watch sports. I don't get sucked up into that. I don't really watch TV or listen to music. I kind of just, I pay attention to what's going on in the world, and I pay attention to what matters to me and what I need to do for my family to better their lives and to protect them from, outside influences that are negative. Say it that way. Those are the important things to do right now, is to pay attention to what's important and to apply things that you've learned, things that you've read in books and what you've seen online and printouts that you print out. Go out and apply those and practice those, and don't get distracted from them. You're going to see so many, especially people that watch prepping videos and doomsday videos, you're going to see titles like that all the time. The world is ending. The world is on fire. World War III just started. Oh my God. You're going to see all this stuff every day, because that's how people get clicks. That's how people get views. That's how people, that's how they build their whatever up. It's the same thing as what people do in stores. And you fall for it every time you go to the store. Oh man, I could use this. All these new arrowheads, they look great, man. It's the same thing that they had last year, but now it's a different color. Or maybe the design's a little bit different. Even though the arrowheads that you bought 5 years ago are still perfectly fine. But these new and improved one, 3 for $80, that's a hell of a deal, because it's, 20% off right now. I gotta have them. But you can buy 3 broadheads the same quality for like $40 cheaper. Or you buy them in springtime when the hunting season's over. But we get caught up in that, sales and blah, everything's in your face. Stop getting distracted. Stop getting rickrolled in life on everything that you do. Because otherwise you're just going to be sitting there, some person watching a video, not bettering your life. Whichever way you're trying to better your life. If you're trying to get in shape, if you're trying to get financially stable, if you're trying to prep for the end of the world, if you're trying to save up for a new pair of shoes or new car or whatever, you need to find your goal and an actual goal to get. Don't just say, I want a lot of money. Think of a number, or, I need a new pair of shoes. What kind of shoes are you looking for? And think about those and focus on those. And how can you work your way backwards to get to where you want to get? It makes sense. Your goals, you can't set just, I want $1 million house. Think of that house. Think of how many rooms it has, how many doors it has, what color are the walls, what kind of roof is it? Is the driveway paved, or is it gravel? Is it a half a mile long? Is it a bunch of land? Is it, a quarter of an acre? Is it a big house, a small house? Does it have a chimney? Does it have an attic? You need to dial it in to figure out your end goal of what you want and what you need in your life. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes maybe that's the way God intended it to be. Maybe it doesn't. Either way, it's the way God wanted it to be, so it doesn't really matter. But the point is when you focus on it and you pray about it and you ask God how to get there, He'll lead you to where you need to be. And it may not be that exact house, but it will be something close to it. It might not be in that location. It might be 10 miles down the road, or it could be in the next state over. And you're going to say, well, I don't want that house, God. God's going to say, too bad. So you buy the house in the next state over, and 10 years later, there's a fire at the house that you wanted initially. And you're going to say, oh my God, I almost bought that house. Thank you, God, that you put me somewhere that you wanted me to be, or where I was supposed to be. God will put you where you need to be, but He needs you to focus on it. He needs you to pay attention to where you're going. Otherwise, you are literally putting a blindfold on, driving down the road, and you have no idea where you're going to go. And you're distracted. You're playing on your phone, or you're playing Tetris, or whatever. Y'all need to stop being so, I don't know, man, like imagine you're a horse, put some blinders on and start focusing on what's ahead and what's important. We all know the world is on fire. We all know that there is crazy crap going on. And it is good to know about it. It is good to understand the gravity of what's happening. I get that. I do it too. But I don't click on every single video I see where it says the world is ending. Because the algorithm's going to pick that up, and that's all it's going to spit at you is the world's ending. The world's on fire. World War III just started. And that is all you're going to be inundated with, because that's what you click on. And if that's your thing, man, whatever. But I don't want to sit there and waste my time with that. I don't want to associate with the world is ending every single day. We need to be aware of what's going on, and that's it. We don't need to know that the world's ending. No shit is ending. What we need to understand is what is happening and why it's happening, and how to get prepared for that situation, or a situation that might happen later on in life. Those are the type of videos I enjoy watching. How to prepare, and why to prepare, and where to prepare, and how you should prepare, and why it would make sense to prepare. Those are the things that you should be listening to. You know, there's an old lady I watched on canning, something pantry, I can't remember. Linda's Pantry, maybe. There's an older lady, and I started watching her years ago, and I saw she cans food, and she shows how to can food, and then I buy books on canning food, and then I bought a canner, you know, and I progressed in my canning journey, I guess you could say, and then I started canning stuff, and now I can food. But it's because I had a goal. My goal was I wanted to learn how to can food, and I wanted to learn how to make, what was it? It was jelly at first, or jam. I wanted to make jam. It was the initial thing that I was looking up. This is a long time ago. And it got into other things like vegetables and meats and all this other stuff. But I had a goal. My goal was very specific. I wanted to learn how to make homemade jam and can it safely. And you water bath that one. And then I got into pressure canning and things like that. But it takes a goal. It takes a strong will. It takes a mind that is straight line to a goal, and to block out all the other distractions in life. Don't worry about the noise in the background. Don't look left and right every single day, because you're eventually going to stare that way, and you're going to get distracted, and you're going to get off course. It's the same thing with your faith in God, is you get distracted every which way. You're trying to focus on God. You're trying to live a straight, narrow life. Somebody pulls you aside. Hey, man, you want to go to the bar? That's a distraction. No, man, I need to go on my path. I'm going straight. I'm going this way. That is what you need to do. Whether you're religious or not, that I don't really care about that. That's on you. Stop being distracted in life. Stop being rickrolled on everything and wasting your time. I see it so much all the time, man. Focus on what you need to do for yourself and your family, and that is it. Have a goal and work towards it, and block out all the other BS, because it doesn't mean anything. It is just taking up your time. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.